Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Workbench Live. I trust that you can all see me and that you can all hear me. I will see if we can get some thumbs up in the chat. So, what have we got today? We are working on the Rick and Morty Smith Family Garage Rack. And you can see down the bottom here, it tells us that there's two figures inside. I can see the first one here. We've got our Mr. Meeseeks, and we've got our Jerry. Jerry is sitting there looking cross. We can. Wayne Welly says that he can hear us. Welcome to the stream. 108 pieces, so I think it's a little bit more complicated than the quick build I did last week. Gary's got thumbs up. Fenris has got thumbs up. Evening, everyone. On the back here, we've got an image of the constructed set. So you can see there's quite a lot of little bits and pieces that need to be built. And it says down here that it works with other, works with other brands. So it will fit with your traditional Lego. Shadow Fox, South African Lego fan, they're in the chat. Hello, welcome. There are other sets here. You got Your Ants in Your Eyes, Johnson Electronics. You can run, but you can't hide. Evil, Rick and Morty, The Discreet Assassin, The Spaceship and Garage. I kind of wanted that one because it's quite a big build, but I haven't got that one. This one was bought for me as a Christmas gift a few years back. So it's been sitting in my stash waiting for a good time to do it. And I thought after the fun that we had on the last stream where I did the quick build Spitfire, then it would be a good idea to do this on stream. So, shall we get inside and see what we've got? I need to find my scissors. There we go. Mr. Smith here. Hello, evening. It's a Revel skill level 2. I think it's a Revel skill level 4 because it has more than 100 parts. If it was under 100 parts, it would be a skill level 3, but it isn't. So, yeah, this would technically be a skill level 4. And if there's stickers in there, whew, you know, that makes it so much more difficult. Alright. South African Lego fan says he is impatiently waiting for his P47 and A10 to be delivered. Yes, it can be very... it's one of those days, isn't it, when you think, so I really want to build that, but it's not here yet. And I have that all the time with certain kits that I want to do. Oh, hang on. My Mr. Meeseeks is stuck. There he is. There's my Mr. Meeseeks. And that is everything from the box. So the box, we don't need that anymore. That can be recycled. Mr. Meeseeks. Can we look at Mr. Meeseeks? Oh, no, his feet have fallen off. Come on. Oh, dear, I've lost them. Right. Mr. Meeseeks. Does it matter which way around his feet go? I don't think they do. I think they're the same. The clutch isn't very good at all on the feet. That's a shame. But there we go. His feet are on there now. Yeah, his head's a little bit rubbery, but it looks all right, doesn't it? That's not too bad looking. He looks really happy to be here. Yeah, his leg's a bit floppy, but it's all right. It's not too bad. There's the clutch on the feet, though. That's not good at all. I might have to glue them on. I might find some glue and add a little bit. That's just... there's nothing there really holding that together. But we'll cross that bridge later. They will probably get lost. Right. Let's have a look at the instructions. Jordan says he really wants to build his beacon models kits, but alas, Uncle Sam has other plans. Yes. It's been difficult getting them out. They are out now, but it's been difficult. Some people have struggled to get hold of them, which is a shame. I've got mine. We should expect to see an unboxing of my beacon models kits at some point in the near future. Oh, stickers! There we go. I told you there'd be stickers, didn't I? I think that's for the Meeseeks box, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Not a fan. Who made this kit? Who made this construction set? McFarlane. McFarlane made this construction set. Not a fan of this. Like, what step am I on? Oh, I don't know, because it's just shriveled up. So if you could have put these in the box flat, maybe that would have been fantastic. That would have been so helpful. Yeah, so at least they're in colour. They're very similar to Lego instructions. Honestly, I'm going to have to get an iron out and iron these because this is ridiculous. Look at that shit. Oh, I'm stressed already. Oh, dear. 33 people viewing. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, who else is in the chat here? Shadow Fox is in. Level 1 because we've also something like the clip build. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it would be, but if you go off the kit count number, the part count number, it would be like a level 4, I think, purely because it's got over 100. Right, let's get the bits open. Let's see if I can do this. Put them over there. A Warlord Titan for 40k would be about $2,500. That's insane. Right, I've got loads of bags here. Right then. 3 bags. 1, 2, 4 bags. There's a plumbus in there, look. Got plumbus. 1, 2, 3, 4. So are they numbered? Like Lego? No, they're not numbered. Do I just get all the bits out? Or do I just do one bag? I don't know if I can do one bag at a time. I don't know if that's a thing. Let's have a look. Right. I need the grey plates. The big grey plates are in this one. So we're going to have to open this one first. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Right. Oh, Crazy Loca's here. Hello. And you've just had your notification that you've been a member for 4 months. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. He says hit the bell and the like button. Yep, he's saying that if you don't, your instructions will be curled up just like mine. Oh no, I think I've genuinely lost one there. I think I've lost one down the back of the bench now. This is not going well. Hang on. BRB. Yeah, I found it. It's there. It's Jerry's foot. Why have I only got one of Jerry's feet in there? This packaging is so weird. I've got his head and an arm and a foot, possibly a leg, but I haven't got the rest of him. The rest of him is in this one, I think. There's an arm there. This is weird. All right, okay. Maybe I just have to open everything. Yeah, let's just open everything. Let's get it done. Yeah, get them out on there. Get them all out. Whoa. Oh, that's empty. That's empty. Really should get a little box to put these in. And there's loads of little bits in here as well. Come on. It's almost like the bags have been vacuum packed. The bits don't want to come out. And then the last one. Hopefully that is all 107 parts now. Let's try and work through this. Carpet Monster version 2.0. Yeah, no, I did manage to find it. I still haven't found my pitot shoe from that hurricane that I built though, so that's a thing. And these instructions are driving me nuts. I'm trying to open them up next to me, and I'm going to put my light arch on them so I can sort of read them. Right. Move them over there. Big plate. Big plate. And I need a new cutting mat really. This is my original cutting mat from when I first started modelling again back in 2016. And has featured in most of my builds since that time. And I need a little one. I need a little 2 bit. So as you can see, it's quite old and tatty now. Still does the job. I did buy a new one recently for my budget getting started on a budget episode. And I need a long brown one. I don't think it's the same colour that it is in the instructions. Where is it? I think it's this one here. It's more of a grey. I think no, that can't be it. Where is it? Is it this one here? No, flooring. I've lost this bit already. Do they mean grey or do they mean like this colour again? Because I can't seem to locate the one that they're referring to. Because in the instructions here, you can see that I've done that, and now it's a long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10 stud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it must be this one because there's no other ones like that in the set. There's a 3. And then I need a 5 stud as well. So it must, no, that's not that one. This one, there you go. I think that must be it because I can't find them the same colour as that on the screen. So yeah, that'll do. Nearly a spinner episode again. Well, from last week where I lost a bit inside. That goes on there. Oh yeah, no, the spinner when I did the Workbench Live and I was building the Hobby Boss BF110 and I lost the spinner. I found that in the end, so that was all right. We figured that one out. And then that goes on there. No, that's not right. I've done this wrong already. Oh my word, I'm only on the second step. How have I managed to do that wrong? Ow. The clutch on these parts is quite good. It's just on his feet, they're not good at all. Right, that's in the wrong place. That needs to go over one. Why am I so bad at Lego? I did this last week. I thought to myself, oh yeah, it's just a bit of Lego. It'll be fine. Not hard. And then there I am really struggling with it. So that goes on there like that. Then that goes on there like that. That goes on there. And then that bit goes on there. Fantastic. We have achieved something. Apparently, when the 48-hour stream for Models for Heroes goes up, there is usually a couple of nice cutting mats on there. Yeah, I might see. I probably, to be honest, I don't really need any more new stuff. My other cutting mat that I've got is a 2 size, and that one's all right. It works, and it's not with me at the moment though, so can't use it unfortunately. So I'm stuck with my little A3 one. So the next step is to put on some of the sort of concrete-y parts. We need one of these, I think, goes on there, like that. And then we need like a little bit of gravel. That would look quite nice with some weathering. That's got a nice texture on it. A gravelly bit, go on there. Yeah, it's supposed to represent concrete. That's not quite locked in. There we go, better. And then we need a 2x4, like that. There we go. And a 3 stud to go on the end, like that. Amazing, look at that, fantastic. And then next up is another gravelly bit, but supposedly it's a darker shade. If that is a thing. They don't seem to be particularly accurate with their shadings of things on here. No, I can't seem to see that. I need how many studs is that? 1, 2, a 4 stud. Is that a 4 stud? I think they're referring to the floor bit there. So a 4 stud like that. A greeny bit. That bit goes there. Like that. And then this 4. Is that it? There it is, I found it. Like that. Amazing, nailed it. Famous last words, yeah. Cool. So let's skip over. South African Lego fan says he'd love to see me build a South African aircraft like the Impala or Atlas Cheetah. I will keep that in mind. I do get requests for an awful lot of different subjects, as you can probably imagine, and it can be difficult to find those kits or find time to build them, especially with the amount of stuff I've got in the stash already. So it's very much a matter of what I have time to do and what I have available that I focus on, depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes, it's all about the motivation, isn't it? Because a lot of stuff we do, you start losing the will a little bit. I mean, we must have all experienced that. That's why I like doing these little builds, because they're not very stressful, he says. I hope they're not stressful. Right, so that's in place, and now it's this box. I think, no, it's this one here. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Look at the texturing on that. And the sort of weathering effect they've done to it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that goes on that one like that. It's like a wicker basket. Click. It's not quite the same plastic as the others. It's got a little bit softer. Now I need 5 of the concrete type floor parts. And they seem to be slightly different. Some of them have got different textures on, so I think I need to do them in the order that they indicate on here. So I think that one goes on the back end. There. Then there's a one with a bit of a groove in it. Is it that one? I don't think it's that one. No, it's not that one. That one, I think, goes over here. There for now. These two are the same. It's this one here. That one's got a lip on it of some description. So I think that. Oh, I don't know. They all look a bit. They all look similar but different at the same time. That's hard to tell. I'm just going to whack them down. I don't think it matters too much where they go. Unless, of course, it does matter where they go and I put them in different places. But oh well, done it now. Put that one around. There we go. Like that. Cool. And now we need to start building up the bookcase. Right. Start building up the bookcase. So I'm just going to use the big one at the back. Why don't you guys put some suggestions in the chat for other things I could do on stream? I would like to do a specific stream build. So get a model kit or something out of the stash, which I can build purely on the stream. Then we need 2 of these plates. You think there'd be one big one, but they're not. Something like that. It doesn't really like that, does it? There we go, that's better. That's that. Oh, Mr. Smith says he's ordered the vintage beach buggy. Do you mean the... Oh yeah, there was a beach buggy, wasn't there? And then there was the Bond buggy as well, which Airfix have brought back out. So step number 9. I need to do a bit of detailing on the top of this. This looks a little bit complicated. So it's a dark grey bit, which goes on the front there, like that, without breaking it. He says, click. Yep, there you go. And then I need to put this textured bit next to it on the end there. Might have been easier to build this off first and then build it sort of top down rather than bottom up. 2 of these thin ones. One, they go across the gap, I think. So you can stick stuff onto it. Like that. And then I know I've done that wrong. I have done that 100% wrong. Oh dear, I'm not going to get these off now. There's no tool in here to get these off. I'll have to take that one off. I'm not very good at following instructions, am I? If you speak to my wife, she'd tell you the same thing. Crazy Locust says you need to see a stash pick. If you check my stash videos, there should be quite a lot to pick from in there. Some of them have obviously been built since then, but most of them, if they've not been built, then they're still in the stash. There's still quite a lot, and there's been a few additions since as well. I since I've got a few gifts for Christmas actually, which I wasn't expecting, which was really nice. Some different variable things, like I got the Thunderbird 1 with the launch platform, and I think Thunderbird 4 as well, and then I got a ship on the Ravel ships, which will be a good fun build to do. So yeah, I was very, very surprised with the gifts I got for Christmas. I got a few other bits and pieces. I got some green stuff world things, which we might see in a few months popping up on the channel. So apparently I can now put this head onto the middle one. This is like a rubbery plastic. And this crown. Where's my crown? Is that my crown? It looks like a cake. It doesn't look like a crown. It goes on there. It doesn't really like going on there, but that's where it's going. And then the mace just sits next to it like that. Oh, that's come off. There you go. Yeah, the clutch on these sort of fun bits, isn't as good as the plastic ones. Oh, Hobby Barn's here. Hello, Hobby Barn. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. And have we got any suggestions? No, no one's put any suggestions in. Oh, a Gundam. Mr. Smith has suggested a Gundam. Yeah, no, that could be interesting. That would be interesting to do. I've not done any Gundams before. Yeah, look at this. See, these are a bit more rubbery. These ones. I've got a Bandai BB-8 and R2-D2 in the stash, which would be a fun build in the future. I'd like to do them. They look quite impressive. I think they've got that dual colour moulding thing that Bandai sometimes do. Come on, here you go. There we go. And then the one at the back. I'm worried I'm going to break it. It's very bendy. And then one on the side. Like that. That's that. And then again, repeat the process. So we need some really flat ones. Let's check the chat. Fenris is seconding a Gundam. I'll have to look into that. Maybe next year I could get a Gundam to do. I don't think I'll be able to get one this year yet. Quite busy this year. Got a lot of things to do, sadly. Right, that's that done. And then flip over. Laser bomb. No, it's not bad. It's not bad to build mostly RAF aircraft or RAF models. If that's what you're interested in, you know, go for it. And it's helpful as well that there are so many to choose from. Lots of manufacturers make lots of different kind of ones, and even do, you know, repeats as well. So you've got lots of choice. What am I doing here? I think it's that again at the front, like that. 20 people in the viewing. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking some time to come join me this evening. Not as busy as it was last week. I know this is probably not as exciting as the Airfix quick build. I have got some other Airfix quick builds in the stash. I think I've got the F-35, which Airfix gave me when I went to visit them in Margate. I've got some of the cars, I think, as well. Wasn't too sure about whether I was going to build them or if I was going to give them away. So I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. And then I need this one here. There we go. A balsa wood plane. Now that would be interesting. I do have one in the stash, which I think I bought for £2.50 second hand. The previous owner had already... Was that the right one? He'd already cut most of the parts from the wood. I think this one goes on here. It just doesn't look quite like the picture. Put that on there. And I did build some balsa wood aircraft in my youth and managed to get some of them to actually fly, which was you know, at the time quite a big deal, well, for me at least. Which is something I'd like to do again in the future. I'd like to have another go at doing some balsa flying models. But this again would come down to having more time. I have so many plans that I want to do. I want to do balsa wood models. I wouldn't mind having to go at a Gundam. I want to do more stuff with model railways. And then don't forget I've got all my stuff in the stash, which will have to be done at some point. So I do plan on doing it all. And then there's stuff to do with my 3D printers and design stuff. I think we're getting to the top of this now. Yeah, I have so many plans and not enough time, sadly. But I'd like to get around to all of it. Maybe in the next 12 months or so, I'll find myself with some more time and I'll be able to do those things. The F-35 quick build is very good. You had it and then your cat jumped on it and broke it. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear that. They do that, unfortunately. I've got some cats at home as well, and they like to investigate what you're doing and just get in the way, I find. They're not too bad. They just get in the way. Right, so that noise, by the way, that's my light arch moving around the desk. And I was going to show you guys how I made mine. It's getting a bit tatty now, though, so I'd like to come up with a better way of doing it. Lost that. That side's gone off. Why is that side no longer lit? Oh, I see why. One of the wires is broken. That's annoying. There you go. See, look, it wants to come on, but yeah. So it needs looking at. It needs repairing. I could really do with designing a new one. Maybe I'll do something with the 3D printer. I think that's something that we could do. Where was I up to here? This. I need to do the top. So the top has a 4. It's really difficult to see where they go. So the 4, it goes on like that. Like that. Then we have a shorter one, or a thinner one. No, that's not that one. I can't be missing a bit. Surely not. That bit goes at the front. And then we have these two little bits here in line with each other, by the looks of it. And then I should have oh, my mace has fallen down. Should have one like this, but just smooth. Have I lost that? I hope not. But then again, they don't always look like they should in the pictures, so. Nope, I can't seem to see if I can find that one. That one doesn't seem to be there. I'll just have a quick check and see if perhaps there should be... Maybe it is meant to be that one. Or maybe I've used it earlier and I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to use a different one. I put it in the wrong place. I think it was supposed to be that one there that's on this level. I will just put this one in instead. It doesn't really matter, does it? That'll be fine. No one will know, apart from all 25 of you who are watching. South African Lego fan, thank you so much. You're really happy to have discovered my channel. Thanks. I know this isn't my normal content. It's just me fiddling around building a shelf at the moment is what I've built. But yeah, normally my actual content is it has considerably more time invested into it. So that one goes on like that. Then that one goes on the top of it. Oh, these have got an interesting marbling effect on them. That's nice. They do some slightly different things to what Lego do, don't they? They put these interesting textures and things on them. That goes on like that. And then we have a single and like a lamp looking one. So the lampy one goes on there, and then the single goes on there. Like that. Oh, it's 8:30 already, so we've been streaming for half an hour. So there's about half an hour left, and hopefully I should be finished with this. So it's not a long stream, just a quick get this built. I probably wouldn't have done it otherwise. I would have just sat in the stash for years and never been done. So I think this is good. I think having you guys here to chat with me is good motivation to get this stuff done. That's on there like that. Phantom Menace says he's made a Churchill crocodile. That's cool. What scale was that one? Was that 135? Just having a sip of my beverage here. I've got red bush tea, or rooibos as they call it. You can see there, Nice red colour. Mr. Smith is asking, what does my wife think of my hobby? Well, she jokes about it, but she has her own hobbies as well, so we're quite supportive of each other in what we do. It's good to have a hobby because otherwise you'd end up driving each other mad, I think, if you didn't have something to go and do. Something to focus on. Modelling's good for the mental health as well. It gets your hands moving, it gets you thinking about stuff, it gets you doing things. I need to put on that one on the top. So this is the wall now. The fake wall. Interestingly, there's no wall behind it, is there? So you can see right through it. Is that on the picture? Oh yeah, it's on the picture as well. So you can see right through it. You've got the wall, but you can see right through. So that should have been a whole thing, shouldn't it? It should have just been a flat panel. Otherwise, everyone could see through into the garage. Now, this long one goes on the top here. These instructions are driving me nuts. Keep curling up. It goes on like that. And that goes on like that. So I've got my door. That doesn't open and close because I've probably used the wrong textured thing and now it gets stuck. Oh well, I'm not too fussed with that. That's that bit done, and then I need a shorter one to go on this end. My wife likes to do textile craft, so sewing and things like that. Jules agrees that model making is very therapeutic. And now we just need to cap the top of the wall off with some nice textured bits. Oh, this is harder to do. I think your fingers, does anyone else find that when they build these sort of construction kits, the Lego type ones, that their fingers get a bit sore? They don't get sore with when I build model kits. Probably because you have to be delicate, whereas these require a bit of force and they've got relatively sharp edges, haven't they? And blunt faces. There we go. And now we can start adding the small details. So I should find a box with a lid. There we go. And that one goes on the top. Like that. And I also need what looks like a jar with a skull next to it. Wonderful. How lovely. Just these things that you keep in your house. And then we turn over the page. Phantomena says he's got so many models to do. Yeah, me too. I have loads. I've got easily probably about 200 in the stash. I need to do a lamp now. So this one and this one. So that bit goes in like that. And then that bit goes in like that. Jaws is not sure what I'm building. I'm building a construction kit. It's the Rick and Morty garage set. I'll find you the picture. There we go. That's what I'm building. 108 pieces, and I'm nearly there. Not far off. It's just taken me about 35 minutes to get to this point. Haven't done the stickers yet though. What was I doing? That. So this is the lamp. So that's the lamp shade. So which way around does it go? It goes on like that. They do come up with some interesting things, and then that goes on there. Clutch is all right on that. That's not too bad. You could probably put a little LED in there if you really wanted to. Turn over the page. So now we're on to the Meeseeks box. So it is the little one goes on the top, and then I should have a 4. Oh, all my things are falling out now. I don't think that's the right bit. I think they're referring to this. It's not the right colour. It's interesting because a lot of the things with these instructions, honestly. So like on here, it says there should be a black one, but I don't have another black one. I don't have any other. I don't have black ones at all. It's just this grey one. So it must be that one. There's no other option. And I need to put my stickers on. So it is the one with the hole goes on the top. Always concentrating. So much concentration. Like that. And then all the other ones go on the sides. I don't think they really matter which around they go. What does it? The lines point upwards like that. And then the next one, so on and so forth. Let's check the chat. What's happening in the chat? Phantom Menace says you've got 9. 9 things in the stash. That's good though. I was like that once upon a time where I only had 4 or 5, and then it turned into 6, and then it was 10, and then it was 50, and then it was 100. You find that you go into a model shop and you go, oh, that wouldn't take too long to build. I'll just get that, and I'll just get some paints to go with it. And you get home and you go, I haven't got time to do it today, and I've also got something on the bench already, so I'll just put it in the stash for now. And then next week you repeat the process, and so on and so forth, until you open your cupboard and you go, yeah, no, I forgot about all of these. Right, that's that. Then this one goes on the top, like that. And then there's a little circular, this is the button to get the Meeseeks out. Little circular one goes onto the top of that. Hey, look at that. That's my Meeseeks box done. That's alright, isn't it? Wayne Riley says he's got 40 kits. Lovely. And 4 more on the way. I love that. And then your Meeseeks box just plonks down there. Just randomly. And then Meeseeks is already built, so I don't need to build him. But Jerry does need to be built. And he has a golf club for some reason. So Jerry, head, torso. Why is Jerry's torso not got printing on it? Does he have printing on it on the box? Well, that's annoying. There's no sticker for that. My Jerry hasn't got any printing. Unless, oh no, wait, hang on. Hang on. There we go. There's his front. Look, there's his front. So that needs to go on there like that. I was going to be annoyed then. So head on the top there like that. That doesn't really sit too flush. That's annoying. Does it clip in? Goes onto the bottom bit. And then this is, it's more complicated than building a Lego person. That goes on there like that. That goes on there. I think. Whoop. This is fiddly. I've done that wrong. I think it goes the other way up. Must do. Must go the other way up. That makes more sense. But that should be flat. Why is that not flat? It's because it's a bit rubbery and it sort of flexes. That's close enough. And then arms. I don't think it really matters which way around it. It probably does matter which way around the arms go, but I've done it that way so they're pointing forwards. That seems to make sense to me. Spitfire 747 hasn't got a clue. Yeah, it's probably the best way to be honest. And then sometimes you get into your stash and you go, oh, I forgot I had that. Lovely. It's like going to the model shop again. You've suddenly discovered a new kit. Hands. Right. How do hands look? Are they the same or are they different? I think my hand, his hand. Yeah, that way up. You've got to compare it to the real thing, haven't you, sometimes? Put that on there. Put that on there. Ow. Oh, that twisted funny. And then we're nearly there. This is the trickiest bit, is doing Jerry. Building Jerry up has been the most difficult part of the build so far. Click it in. Come on. On you go. Or not. That's annoying. Come on. Let's take him off screen. Ow! Oh, that needed a bit of force. Ow! That took a bit of effort. South African Lego fan says he's literally started the SU-57 the day that you got it. Fantastic. That's good. We love it when that happens. When you get home and you go, yep, that's getting built. That is being built now. No chances that's staying. I think... Oh, no, actually. So I've just done the FX P40 and 1/48 scale. You'll see a post on that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, of my completion of that kit. And that's been in the stash for a while. But, yeah, I pretty much... Once I started it, I was like, I really want to keep working on this now. Get his little golf club in his hand. Doesn't really want to go in there. But it's not as easy to use as Lego. Everything sort of does work, but it's not like perfect. Right, so Jerry's done. Is there anything else we need to do? I don't think so. I think that we are just going to plonk them down. So now this has got a little lug. I don't know if I know that. It's got on the picture a little lug where he sort of stands, but none of my parts have actually got that lug on the floor. So it's just going to have to be gently positioned. And that is it, I think. Let's get all the bits. That can go in the bin, I don't need that. We've got 2 spare bits, so don't know what we're going to do with them. And my heads can go on their little shelf in there. And my plumbus, let's put my plumbus up the top there. And my mace. And my Jerry, who wants to fall over. And my Meeseeks. Oh, come on. Nope, it's too top heavy. Oh, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. There we go, done. Not the greatest of angles for you. Can I tilt it back so that you can see it without everything falling over? There we go. There it is. With only 2 bits left over. And all in, that has taken me 45 minutes. Wonderful. That's not bad, is it? I do have the summer. Yep, thanks, Jerry. I do have the summer and the robot dog one built. I did make a video about it when I built it. It was good fun. But I think these things lend themselves to a stream more than anything, which is good. Wayne Welly says they picked up the Dream Kit, which is the Academy 10350 scale Bismarck. How big is that? That must be huge. Oh, Beacon Models has dropped in. Hello. That's a healthy looking plumbus. Thank you. Yes. It's quite interesting. It's a little bit rubbery, I think. But at least the other one I had was. This is a little bit rubbery. It's not as rubbery as the other one that I had from the summer set. Just having another sip of my Red Bush tea there. He didn't improve. He did not improve his golf swing, did he? Oh, there's my mace. Oh, everything's falling down. That's quite flexible. I wouldn't like to stand on that in the dark. That would be very painful. But they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, like souvenirs or bits of merch, aren't they? They're not too bad. Put that up there. Looks like bricks. There we go. So what do you guys think? Not bad, is it? Pretty fun for a Christmas gift that was given to me a few years ago. So let's check the chat. Let's see what's going on. South African Lego fan says that his dream kit is a 1/72nd scale Avro Shackleton Mark III. Nice. I think Airfix does one of those, don't they? Right. And let's put it on my rotating display stand. Oh, and there's me BF110 making an appearance. I don't know if I showed you guys that one last week. There it is. A little spin round. Amazing. Yeah, so my Messerschmitt BF110 is complete. There was a social media post about it today being done, having been completed. It was done with a wet blend technique to do the mottling on the tail and the wings to make it look a bit like it was airbrushed rather than just hand painted. Everything was hand painted apart from a spray with a primer can. But yeah, it's all right. I did some simple weathering. I applied a wash and then did some weathering powders for the smoke from the guns and the engines. Yeah, I quite like it. I'm not so sure about the gun. The gun still seems like massively out of scale to me. Generally not a bad build to do, easy enough to do. The cockpit canopy took me for ages, like because it's just so many bits that you needed to cut and stick on. But yeah, not a bad kit. Could be tempted to get another one. A little bit confused about under here. I think these are bomb racks, but you don't get any bombs included, and I don't think that they had them on the aircraft all the time. I think these were removable, so the aircraft could fly in a more clean state. But correct me if I'm wrong. So that's something that hopefully we'll see a video on in the future. Anyone ever lose a kit from the stash without selling it or giving it away? No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've lost anything. Sometimes I've misplaced things and they've been put in somewhere they shouldn't have been put, and I find it later on. But not usually. I don't usually lose kits in the stash. Masking a Heinkel is a headache, I can imagine. The 110 came out sharp. Thank you very much, Crazy Loki. Yeah, and I was pretty happy with that. It looked all right for something that I was kind of practicing a different technique with. Beacon Model says that they are SC250 racks on the bottom of the plane, under there, thereabouts. Some of them had them as external stores for medium bombers. Yeah, I think that they are removable and they shouldn't necessarily, especially as this kit doesn't come with bombs. I mean, I could get bombs, I could stick some bombs on, I've probably got some in the stash, in the spares box, or I could 3D print some, which would be alright, but yeah, I just wonder why Hobby Boss decided to release the kit with them on and then not have the bombs to go with them. But, manufacturers do what they want to do sometimes. Jaws says they have a Revell Tornado GR Mark 1 and cannot find it anywhere in the house. Yeah. It's a bit like socks, that, isn't it? Sometimes they go missing. Make a 3D printed one, yeah, possibly. I've got my I don't have it here with me, but I've got a what's it called? Airfix. It's a red stripe, Henschel 129. So it's a twin engine German World War II aircraft. It's missing a number of parts. So I think that all of the parts that are missing, I'm going to have to reverse engineer in some way and possibly 3D print. So especially the cannon on the bottom, I think that needs to be created from scratch. Gundam Baxter says they plan on making a Heinkel 109 soon. I don't know what that one is. Can't say I'm familiar with that one. I know the 100, I know the 111 and the 112, but I'm not sure about the 109 yet. And South African Lego fan says they're really looking forward to building their A10. Ruboss is your 3 AM tea, Beacon Models. Yeah, I like a little bit of sugar in mine because I find it a bit too bitter otherwise. It leaves a dry, it's astringent, isn't it? It leaves a dry taste in the mouth. But I tend to have chamomile around this time of the evening. Yeah, pretty much how the hobby is progressing, 3D printing your own add-ons. When I come to do my Hellcat, there are some 3D printed accessories that I've seen, which I'm tempted to get. So, yeah, I might do that one. Intense spin, yeah, this is going around. What else should we put on here? What should we put on here so we can have a look at? Well, there's, let's take that off to one side. So there's Beacon Models pilot figure. I'm not really sure what scale that is scaled to. I printed it on one of my printers. I've got some blue tack on the bottom, but it must have dried out because it's not doing anything. But yeah, that's all right. There he goes, spinning around. He's all right. I want to print a really big one though. I've got a new printer to try out and I want to do this, but like massive. So I wonder how that will turn out. It'll probably take like 2 days to print. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Especially for PLA, printed on all these layers. It turned out not too bad. from under there, where I totally forgot that you need to put supports underneath to stop it just prints in thin air otherwise, and I just forgot about that. So yeah, the bottom of his arm's kind of a bit dead. He should have a hand here holding his glove, but sorry, his goggles. But yeah, that is what it is. So that's that. What else have we got? Anything else? This is a bit of an oldie. There's my Churchill with its slightly bent aerials. A bit old now. Doesn't look too bad. Quite a nice tank. I had got plans to do something with these 176 tanks, but I never got around to it yet. Always so many plans and so little time. Oh, a Hankel 110. Yes, yeah. I think I know which one that is. What print have I got now? I've got the Elgu Neptune 3, I think. What's it? Neptune Pro? Yeah, I can't really remember off the top of my head. It's a bigger printer, so I can print some bigger things, which I'm looking forward to giving a go. Beacon Model says the figures that they've had have done so much, had so much interest, they're going to do some more in the future. Yeah, it definitely should. I think that's a good idea. Well, this is a blast from the past. I've just found this one on my shelf. There's the first kit that I built on my channel. That's the original build kit. That's the P51D Mustang from Revell. I think I was going to do that again. I've got the kit in the stash. I'm going to do this one again as a comparison build. I think. See, this is how good it was when I started the channel. How good can I make it now with all of the skills that I've learned? I think I was supposed to do it as a 25,000 sub milestone, but I never got around to it in the end. There's quite a few since I've built this kit. You can see there's just so much wrong with it. It just doesn't look right at all. Freehanded the stripes there. I think, did I freehand them? Yeah, I think I freehanded them. I did use tape on these, I think, though. But yeah, it just doesn't. It looks like a P51, but it doesn't quite have the same dimension. It's not dimensionally accurate, is it? I've got the Airfix one here in the New Zealand. I think it's New Zealand. Bit dusty in the New Zealand paint scheme, and you can just see that whilst it resembles a Mustang, it's not quite, is it? The wings aren't quite right. The length is more or less right, but they don't look quite right, especially at the front here. Tail doesn't look quite right, and then side profile, you can see the nose is too narrow, it's too thin. Cockpit's not quite right. It's like dimensionally, like lengthwise, it's pretty much there, but the landing gear's sort of in the wrong place. The only problem with the Airfix one is the landing gear is too fragile, and you can see this has been sitting on my shelf for a while, and the landing gear has started to bow in, which is a shame. But it is what it is. It's quite a good kit, but that's the only real issue with it. Yeah, so there's that one. What else? What we got in the chat here? Thanks, Stuff. Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you. I did a good job for the time. Thank you. Yeah. So this was 2016, and I was still using techniques from when I was basically a child. I did a lot of modelling in my youth, and this is the kind of skill level I had back then. And then we move on to this, which is the skill level I had maybe 2 years ago. But still looks pretty good. It's not too bad. Do I have anything to hand for recent? Yeah, this is recent. This is my skill level from last year. This is the Hobby 2000 Hurricane. And that's the current skill level that I'm at, I would say. It's not necessarily the best I could do, but it's a good representation of my ability, which is pretty good. That's all right. Probably a bit heavy on the weathering, We've got some fine paintwork, and we've got aerial wire, fixed some problems, 3D printed parts on here as well. So yeah, there was a lot of things that went into that one. Beacon models, thank you very much. My skills have improved. Yes, thank you. It's mostly practice. It's from having people like you giving me loads of feedback, telling me what's good, what's bad, what could be improved on. But that's the thing we talk about, is the constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is about helping someone grow as a person with their skills. And a lot of the time people will just say that's bad and then not give a reason why. And a lot of the time things that people do aren't bad. It's just that maybe they're not up to the same standard that you or someone else is capable of. So everyone takes time to learn, everyone takes time to grow, and some people are happy with where they are. So yeah, constructive criticism is something that takes practice as well, I find. What Hurricane did you do a build? I did the Build With Me series, was the Airfix Hurricane in 1/72 scale. So similar to this, but effectively an earlier version of the aircraft with the fabric skin. Not sure if I have one to hand. Don't think I have one here. It must be away somewhere. I've put it away in a box, I think. So I don't know where that one is. Oh no, hang on. Yep, no, it's here. I found it. This was the Build With Me series 1. That's had a bit of a revival, that series, actually. It's seen a bit more interest over the last couple of months. I think, obviously, people have bought the Hurricane from Airfix or wherever, and now they're interested in having a go at it. So that's the Build With Me Hurricane, and that was all brush painted as a starter set. Would probably be a bit of dust on it. Doesn't look too bad for a brush painted model. Doesn't look too far off the finish on that one, if I'm honest. It's pretty close, isn't it? Naturally, this one was airbrushed. That was hand painted with a brush, but they are quite. I mean, if you get up close, you can say, well, that one was airbrushed. But if you didn't know any better, you'd probably think that this one was airbrushed as well, because it does take practice. But you can get your paint to not have any brush marks in if you're really careful with it. So yeah, I think not bad. I would say maybe the Airfix one is a little bit better. I think the representation at the back here around the cockpit is a little bit better compared to that one. Plus also this has got the fabric wings and this has got the metallic wings. And when I said in the review video it should be this one, I don't really like the fact that you go from a Mark II and you have to downgrade it effectively to a Mark I. It should be the other way around, but that is what it is. That was the design choice that they made. Yeah, Beacon Model says the weathering looks good. They look pretty grotty. They're pretty similar, I'd say, maybe in the way they were weathered. Maybe the one on the Hobby 2000 has maybe a little bit more weathering. I think I used pastels for this one. But yeah, not too bad. Pretty happy with both of them. And I would like to do another Build With Me series in the future. So I'll probably do something like the Airfix Spitfire or maybe the Mustang. I don't know. But I will pick something to do a Build With Me episode series at some point in the future, because I think people will enjoy that. Laser Bomb says that they've brush painted all the models and they look all right for the standard. Yeah, no, it takes practice. I've been brush painting for years, and a lot of models at that. So yeah, it does take practice. It does take time, and you will get better with it. And the thing is, different paints behave differently as well. So you could do things 100 times, and then at 101 it comes out differently. And the only thing that's different is the paint is changed slightly, so it changes it. Isn't the Hobby 2000 a late Mark 1? Yeah, so it's meant to represent, in this paint scheme, a late Mark 1, but the kit itself comes as a Mark 2. So on the wings here, I never bothered to get rid of them. But over here, you've got the inspection panels for the extra machine guns of the Mark II, because there were 2 extra machine guns in the wing for the Mark II. I did fill in the ejectors where the casings come out on the bottom, but I never filled in the details on the top where the access ports are for the guns. So yeah, they should have been filled in really on there. But that's what I find a little bit annoying, is that it is pretty much designed to be a Mark II, and then you have to backdate it to be a Mark One, which it just feels backwards to me. It should be like the other way around, or give me the parts. Give me two different wings or something if that's the case. Have I seen the new Spitfire coming from Corgi? No, I've not seen that one yet. They probably shared some design work with Airfix on that one. Anyways, it's coming up to an hour now, so I think it's probably time to wrap this one up here. Yep, Shadow Fox is just reminding me the stream is now an hour long. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out and spending some time with me and having a look at my little showcase here at the end of the build. Let me know, would you like to see more stuff like this? I don't have any more of these sets, but I do have some quick builds in the stash which Airfix gave me from the Creators Day. So let me know either in the stream if it's live or down in the comments. If not, a quick shout out to my patrons and channel members. A massive thanks to you guys for the extra support, but a massive thanks to everyone who turned up this evening to watch me have some fun on a live stream. I have enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. And I think all that's left to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the Workbench again next time.